Okay, thank you guys all for jumping on tonight. We have got Erin Swyter with us tonight. Erin is an advanced director from Minnesota. She did a training at National Conference on the New Table Experience, and I just loved all the information that she presented, and I thought she'd be a perfect speaker for us tonight. She joined Pampered Chef in October of 2019. She's an elite seller. She's earned excellence in sales and has earned elite trips all 3 years she's been with the company. She currently has about $450,000 in sales with 38 qualified recruits. And she has been on table in some way or form since the very start of table. So, Erin, I'm going to let you take it away.
Sure. Well, thanks. I see some familiar faces. One of my favorite parts about Pampered Chef is the networking. I am a big people person, and I love to connect with everybody and just like pick people's brains and figure out what they're doing. So that's what I'm going to let you do tonight with me is just pick my brain and figure out how I'm making table work in all sorts of different parties. I actually was very blessed. I was one of the people that got to be involved in this redesign and give input as a consultant. And I also helped with the portion of the training of how to party with table instead of just on table. So I actually use a table party for all in-person events that I do. So if I'm having a in-person party like I did on Thursday, I created a table party for my host, and we used that for anyone who couldn't come to the party. She sent that out, and for me, that's giving all of those customers a chance to look at some demos, get to know me because my face is all over that table site. And then I also don't have to worry about, is that friend of theirs on social media? Do they have Facebook? Do they have anything? And that is a huge benefit to table. So in a vendor event, I will actually create a QR code with a table link and then use that as my party draw slip. So as people are approaching my table or vendor booth, I tell them that I am doing this awesome drawing. All I got to do is join this table site, check out some of the products, maybe gather some recipes, and that is their way to get entered if they leave their phone number. And then I also tell them that I will text them a gift. So that usually will get people to stop and see. And then if they have that QR code, it's super easy to just bring their phone out. There are still a few people that have to show how to use the phone and their QR code. But that is my way of getting their information. So I'm not sure if we have mainly leaders on here or new consultants or both, but I do use Project Broadcast. If you aren't familiar what Project Broadcast is, talk with your leader. So that way, if they do join my table party, I have it connected so that they automatically will get a message from me from my Project Broadcast. And that's my whole goal in all of this, is to make contacts and make connections and get phone numbers so that I can keep telling them what's happening and get them into my community group. So the last way, which I saw a whole bunch of you guys are on Facebook, so this portion might help a lot for you, is I use table in my Facebook workshops is what they're called. And basically this is just a table party, block party, if you've heard of block parties. But instead of calling it a block party, I call it a workshop. And we're just having fun sharing demos and recipes. And I created my workshop that's coming up so that you guys could see it. So I'm going to share my screen. And then you can see this. So I thought it'd be easier if you sat without a whole bunch of people in it. Are you able to see my screen? And give me like a thumbs up, Kelly or Julie.
Yes.
Okay. So first of all, when you look right up at the top, it says end of summer meal planning 3-day workshop. I have a little graphic that says join on table. Like they probably won't see this, but I'm throwing this table information at them every little place that I can so that it becomes familiar with them and they want to know what it is and kind of can get excited about it. So I have that in my banner. What my 3-day workshop is consisting of is basically the first 2 days is just getting people in the party in Facebook. Before I even invite my host, I have my host join their table party or their table link so that they can check it out and they can get excited about it and they can tell their friends like, hey, make sure to join, make sure to join. And then I do my end of workshop giveaway if those people have joined table. So you have to join it to get entered into the giveaway. And once again, I'm just looking for their numbers and to be able to talk to them. So I do have it in the description too. That's here. So when they are looking at the group, I say, make sure to check out your host link and join the table experience for a gift and party prize entry. And right now, which is awesome with the new table, is I just have a link tree with my host links and their link is the table link. So that they can choose, and I'll show you that in a little bit what I mean by that. They can choose to just get right into table. I also have this little intro of me to show my face to them and to tell them like why they want to be on table. They can choose their own adventure. They can get cooking tips and tricks, register for live events, find recipes that they want. And so in this little intro, it basically says again why they want to join so that they can check it out, letting them know that the workshop doesn't start yet. So in the meantime, why don't you just check out table? So that is my little post that is right at the beginning, showing them why I want them to join and what's in it for them for joining. So this is my workshop menu. I do just 3 days. My party starts on Tuesday because that's when Test Kitchen Live is. So then all weekend long, they can get excited about being in the party. They can check out table, and then they can also register for the Test Kitchen Live. And that's like the main event, demo night on Tuesday. So once again, here I like explore the table site, get a gift from me. Tables all over here. If you look here, it also says to make sure to check out your host link and join the table experience for a gift and a party prize entry. So I'm just keep reiterating, you want to join, you can join. Come over here and join. I do have less description. I do have a few fun things in here. The purpose of this workshop is to learn more about what they need and what their struggle is. So I do have, what is your mealtime struggle? What's your battle? And then that way too, I can reach out to them when they do text or join and say, I see you're struggling with this. How can I help you? Like maybe I can demo a product during my 3 days. And then I also do an early bird gift card giveaway. So I'm going to click on this image just so that you can see it a little bit bigger. It's just another way to get them to get into table before my party is. I want them to join my community page and like my business page on Facebook. I want them to join. And then this is a little graphic that I literally just, when I clicked on the link, copied it on my phone and circled it like right here. This is where you want to join. Just to give them all like the easy button to show like when you click the link, you just click right there. And then if they place an order before our workshop begins, obviously they'll get a gift too from me. So I'll click out of that so you can see here. And it's just the steps with the links. So it's a link to my business page, a link to my community page, and then the link tree that's going to get them to be able to join the table experience. I do have this added too because I use Project Broadcast that they get a bonus entry if they text me the word workshop so that I can get their number again to contact them and talk to them and figuring out what they really want from being in the workshop. Then I do have, another post here. Just this is an interaction post. There's not a lot of pre-interaction posts, but I feel like the ones that I do have really helps me get to know my customers. So everyone likes to talk about what products they have. And I do say like the best way to know what you want to invest in is by having your friend tell you, because I can say how much I love something all I want, but they'll probably buy it if their friend actually recommends it. So I have that post here. And then this other fun thing that will get people kind of posting in the group while we're waiting for the workshop to start. Sometimes they just do this right in the comments, but they may just post right into the group. And it's just say, take a picture of what you're cooking. So this is kind of corny like I am. It's like, say, hey, friend, what you got cooking? How about posting it right here in this page on our page? So they do follow this. They may sing it or they may not. Like I sing it when I read it every time. But this gives another prize. So I usually for this one will give like a $5 Pamper Chef gift card, and it's mainly to someone who hasn't placed an order yet, because then they'll place an order and I'll take that off their order. So that is there. And that's just my cover photo. So that's basically the gist of what is in the party before they join. Once they do join and the workshop starts, I share a lot of just recipes. This is again my menu. So summer bucket list, that's obviously there because that's what the Test Kitchen live theme is. So as I go into the next month, whatever the Tuesday Test Kitchen live theme, that's going to be right there. And then these other two will be based on like what's happening right now, whether it's Halloween or Thanksgiving or Christmas, I'll probably change based on that. And I'm sharing a lot of demos that I do on my business page or TikToks or recipes. It's definitely video heavy, because that's what people are consuming a lot of is short videos. It gets people talking though and excited about products. And it's only for 3 days. The wrap up day, I always will bring them back to table and tell them that's how they get their entry. And then I do a lot of the same things that maybe some of you do in a Facebook party, like changing your title of your group and tagging people and saying how much further they have to get to their next rewards level. Before I stop sharing this and let you guys ask me questions, because I'm sure you have a whole lot, I'm just going to click on my link tree. Let me know if it goes to it. Did that go to my link tree? Okay. So this is my link tree, and this is what it looks like. Some of these people just haven't closed out their parties, so that's why they're still on here. But I try to have at least 4 hosts, up to 6 to 8 in this workshop. So everyone's inviting their friends to this Facebook workshop group. They're all in the same one. And then they'll be able to click on this. So I'm just going to go to my community link, and that I have this here as the table group too. So when they click on it, obviously it's going to look different than for them because I am already logged in. They're going to hit a login screen. And are you still able to see this, Kelly? Yeah. Okay. So then they will go to table and be able to, play around and do all the fun things in the front page, whatever recipe they want here. And then in the chit chat, I do have a couple posts. I don't know if it's going to update. Oh, there you go. And then this is just a really short video of me welcoming them, saying hi, and telling them why I'm glad that they're in and what they can do. So I have that and a welcome and maybe one game, the sale, and a video of me and my kid like 3 years ago. So not a whole lot in the chit chat. I don't get a lot of interaction there. I'm gonna stop sharing there. So I don't get a whole lot of interaction in table, and that's expected. Also, not everyone joins, and that's expected too. But the people that do make it to table that are from Facebook, those are the ones that are like super interested because they want all the points. They want the party thing. They're probably more likely to host a party because they got that far. And they're also more likely to join my team because they're that interested in wanting to go there. So I just like encourage you that if you do try this out, don't expect all people in the party to join that, because you and I both know, like, if someone joins a Facebook party, they may just join it to like join because their friends expecting them to, but they really aren't interested. They don't look at it. We don't hope that that's the case, but we know that it is for some people. So you're not going to get everybody over there, but by having like excitement about it, having your host be excited about it, it more than likely you're going to get people in there. I also really like to tell them, make sure to put their cell phone number in so that I can give them their prize. And usually that will consist of an e-cookbook to start with. And then as we talk, I'll be like, oh, I'll upgrade your prize and get you $10 off your host order if you invite friends to my next workshop. Or even if the workshop just started, I will say, hey, do you want to invite friends to this workshop? I'll create my own link for you, your own link for you, and your friends can order off of your link. So if it's early, I may offer that to them too. But that was probably a lot of information. And I really want to be here to answer questions. I have not looked at the chat. So I will look at
I was just doing that too for you, so I can read it if that's easier.
that would be great.
Okay, so Donna wants to know, what do your numbers look like and how many join the Facebook group, and then how many of those join table? Do you have kind of a percentage? And then
that is great. I can. It really varies. I'll have some hosts. It really depends on the host. Because I'll have some hosts that will use that table link, and when I say, okay, today in the party, you're gonna text out that table link to everybody who is not on social media. You're gonna email them. So those hosts are gonna have more. I would say like upwards to 20 to 25. Hosts that don't do that step and just invite Facebook, they maybe have 5 or 6. So it's not like a huge number, but by having like everybody together in the same workshop, I'm able to get a little bit more people in there than for the ones that aren't gonna send that link out privately. So it really does vary, just like however like your hosts vary.
Sure. And are you having good luck with people? She's actually getting their cell phone numbers. I know I've had a lot better luck with that since they changed it.
Yeah, and that like varies too, because I was just recently talking with somebody who is strictly table, and they said they didn't feel like they had as good of numbers. So that could be they did change it to where I think that if you've already been to one of the table parties, or like if you've attended one for that same consultant, it doesn't maybe give you the prompt to enter your phone number. So they were finding that out. So they're still working on that too. I haven't found a huge difference. Occasionally you'll get people who put the 0000 in and don't actually want to give you their real number, but they don't get a prize. So,
Right.
I like to look at things as like, people get bombarded with messages and emails, and they're skeptical. If they've joined, though, they're probably going to order. And then if they order, you're going to get their cell phone number because that will come to you on your consultant side when they place the order. And then I can still send them a message. So I just want them to get there. And to me, table is kind of like our own social media platform. Like you might have Instagram, TikTok, all of those things. And why do you have them? To get more people to see you and your products. And that's why I use table, because I want them to see the product. I missed the question, sorry.
Okay, so then next one I have, and then I don't mind if people just like raise their hand and ask a question either, but Julie asked, can you confirm for each week's parties you create one Facebook group and one table space?
I create one Facebook group, every host has their own table space because that
Okay.
is their link too. So when I click on that link tree, that's a table space that they can either choose to go into it or shop. So I'm not even sharing their shopping link ever anymore.
Mhm.
They're just getting the one link, and that's the link that they
Stop.
email, that's the link they text to.
Awesome. And then Shell to ask, do you ever put a welcome video in your Facebook group?
Oh yeah, I do. I like to do that after people are there. So they get a little reminder that I'm here. Hi, come see me. Because when you go live, they get a notification. So
Mhm.
as soon as my host have all started, I usually try to do that like Sunday. They may start inviting Friday, Saturday, then Sunday. Then I get them excited and tell them, hey, join table and register for the Tuesday event. And yeah, I'll do a welcome video there too.
Okay. And then just a couple more that I have on here, and then we can open it up to the room. When they message workshop to project broadcast, this is from Shelley Wolf. Do they go into a campaign, or what do you do with that? And I know not everybody on here probably uses project broadcast, so this might be like foreign talk. But
Yeah, no, I just have one keyword with workshop, and that is like, thanks for joining the workshop. I am so glad you're here. What product is your favorite? Is there anything that you'd like to see demoed? And then we just start a conversation. So I do send them a reminder when the table webinar is to register for it too. And then if they haven't ordered, I will send them a message on the last day, just asking if there's anything that I can help them with, or if they want to take a peek at their host link.
yeah. Okay, let me see here. Do you have, I might be missing some here, but I'm just gonna do these couple last ones. And then why don't you guys just, then we can just have you guys ask yourself, okay? Um, Kathy, I think I can actually answer this for you. Do you change out each table link? Yes, each table, it's like just like a ordering link for a regular party too. So you would have a different link for each person. Shelly Huckey, she's been table solely for a long time as well, but do you find that guests get confused on where to be when you use table and Facebook?
No, because I think for me, like the way I'm using it, I'm not saying that's where the party is. I'm just saying that that's another place that they can look further into the products. Because during my workshop, I don't post about like this product is great for this and this one. Like all I'm doing is sharing videos and demos and talking about like what their kitchen struggles are. So if they want to see more, like when the new products come out, I'll be able to say, if you want to check out all the new fall products, make sure to click on the table link, and not saying it as a party. So I haven't had anyone question about where it is. I know when I was exclusively doing table, I did have people who are like, where's the party? When does the party start? What is like they were very confused about that piece. But maybe it's just too like how I talk about it in the party is just like an extra spot to get their
Mhm.
entry.
And Sarah, I think she actually just answered this for you. Sarah asked, do you actually run an outline on table with the product information, or do you still do that on Facebook? So
Yeah,
I think
no,
you just answered that.
my table parties are all pre-programmed links that are, I forget what they're called now. Outline. There you go. There, most of it is just the home office outline, and then I add my video too. The one you saw did have a video of me and my son, so I do have a couple of those posts saved that I'll just throw in, and then those will go in the chit chat. But I'm just using what's already there because I don't really have a lot of time to like play on both spaces. So
Mhm.
that's just like as I'm creating my host order link in consultants corner, I copy that, go right to table, create their party, and then just add their link there and add. I usually, if I have a workshop, will create all of their links and create the parties and table. And then I'm like, okay, I got all four of those. then I'll go to table and schedule all 4 of them all at one time, the same outlines.
Which
So
you
that
can
I'm
easily
saving
do that
time.
now. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So you
Yes.
can schedule multiple outlines to the parties when you've created them.
Last one that I have on the chat, and then we can open it up on here. It's from Julie. Can you explain how your hosts invite to Facebook and to table?
Yeah. So that's still obviously like a work in progress. I don't know, maybe I'm the one that like goes how my host coaching is a little bit different for everything. But for right now, I'm having them join their table link first before I even invite them into Facebook. And then after they join, I'm like, check it out. Let me know what you think. What's your favorite part about it? So that I can like have them get like invested and be like, okay, this is cool. I like this. And then I let them know that that will be the link that they can send out to anyone not on Facebook and an email form, and anyone who asks for their link, because that will happen in the Facebook workshop group. People will ask for their link. Then I'll have them send that too. So then I will have them go to Facebook and have them send a message, because it does seem like that it's easier if they send personal messages to like 25 to 50 people, and then I'll have them use the invite button in Facebook. So usually like work my way towards letting them click that blue invite button. I do say like, don't do it yet if they join, because it seems like they have more success if they will private message the Facebook group.
So have your hosts given you any, this is Julie with that question, have your hosts given you any, because I tried table last year at the beginning of the year, and people were like, I'm so confused. You want me to invite to table, and now you want me to invite to Facebook.
Yeah.
So
I just tell them we want to spread the word for this party and reach as many people as we can. So we're going to work hard together to make that happen.
okay, so instead of them having to comment on every single post you put in on Facebook, this is their task, is to invite people to Facebook and table. This is your task as the host only.
Yeah,
basically.
I do like have them, I have them share like their favorite product in that one post that says, what's your favorite product?
Sure.
And then I will have them, I'll just tell them like, keep inviting. If they get blocked that one day and it's 24 hours, hey, is your time limit reached yet? Do you want to start inviting again? And then there is a day in my host coaching, you're like, okay, send the link out to 10 people via text, and like look at who hasn't joined, and I'll make them a moderator and have them look at Facebook and say like, okay, who are you surprised isn't there yet? Like, who would be really surprised if they drove by your house and there's cars in the driveway and they weren't invited? Like, tell them that they need to come to this event or workshop. So it is mainly like invite, spread the word, focus.
Okay.
But they don't have to do anything in table. They just check it out. Like, they're not commenting on anything in there at all.
Right. Okay. Can you give us a timeline of your parties?
Well, I
do a week long and it's way too long.
It's a week.
Okay,
like,
so your pre-party is what day?
I have them start inviting a Friday, and then the party doesn't start till Tuesday.
Okay.
So it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, wrap up Friday. So it's a week. But some people just don't start inviting right away, and that really gives them a chance to do it.
Sure. Okay.
Well, it's not much different than Facebook, because you give them a couple of days to try to get the numbers up in the group. So
yes,
I get that. I mean, that makes sense. Okay, does somebody else want to go ahead and ask a question? You can do, I mean, you can do the raised hand thing if you want to. I can watch for that.
Or you can raise your hand if you're overwhelmed. Like, you know.
Hey, Erin, I have a question.
Yeah.
So for your community, do you not have a community on Facebook? Are you just using the community on table now, or do you have
I have both. So that was like the early bird gift card giveaway. It has the link to join my community group and like my page. So the community group on Table, it just has my link for my community group to place an order, basically. And so I also invite my community group to every workshop I do every week and let them know, oh, hey, this week I'm talking about meal planning. You want to come in? And so I have some people that join every single workshop that I do, but it's a way to offer them something more and to maybe get people who haven't been to a party in a long time because they joined my community group when I first started, and it allows them to get into something and a part of it. And then if I see that, I'll be like, hey, you joined. Do you want me to create a link for you so you can invite your friends? And if they see something they like, then they can order from your link. And I have gotten some hosts that way too.
I love that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Cheryl has her hand raised.
Hey girl. So yes, totally overwhelmed. But question. So your workshop is go back a few years, kind of like a block party, correct? Okay. That's what I figured. So, do you have hosts that push back on that and are like, well, I want my own party, it's all about me. So do you run into that? Just
I mean, I just started doing these workshop groups, like calling them that this summer. Before I started though in 2019 with block parties, and if they question it, I say, you know what, the way Facebook is, having more people in a group actually shows it in your friends' feeds. And then if you have multiple hosts, you don't have that pressure of having there be interaction and you're the only one. So there's multiple hosts that will be interacting with you. And I promise that you have your own link, and I will make sure that your party orders go on your link. So after I say that, I usually don't have many people who are like, nope, I don't want to do it.
okay. Yeah, that would do that kind of like when I was doing the block parties, and then I got away from for some silly reason. But okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
And I did too. Like I said, I've done everything. So if you're doing like just Facebook one host parties, you can totally do this too. You don't call it a workshop. You don't have multiple hosts. You just, wherever you would share your regular order link, you share your the host table link, and then give them the choice to either join the experience or order.
Okay, thank you.
Melissa had one more question in the chat. It says,
Yeah.
is the point of using Facebook as the starting point to invite people you are friends with, but don't have a number or email address to actually invite people? Then you get all those Facebook friends over to Table.
Yeah. So if there's some people that might have heard of something called a gateway group, and that is people who had Table, and when we weren't getting a lot of people in there, that they decided they'd have this like gateway group to get people from Facebook into it, and they had some success, and I know people who are still using that. I tried that. I tried just Table, but I am like a very I love people. And I love, like, I get bored easily if everything is the same all the time. Like, I'm not as invested. So that's why I chose to do these workshop things, because I like to demo. And right now in Table, you can't do kind of like a live demo where they get notification. And I don't even see that being a possibility in the future. So that's why I'm like, well, how can I get the most people possible? And this is my way of doing it, because there are hosts who their friends aren't on Facebook. So that way they can just send the table link. And I'm thinking too in the future, like, what if we have these young people who want to have like an Instagram party? Well, how do I do that? Like, so I'm thinking I'm just going to share demos on Instagram and have them send this link out, and have the option to join that way.
Hey, Erin, can I
Okay.
ask you another question? Oh, sorry,
Yes.
Cheryl, go ahead.
Go ahead, Shelly, and I'll go after you.
Okay, so I'm just curious, what is your party follow-up like? Because typically in Facebook, I'm following up with everyone who's been in the party to make sure that they've got their order in if they haven't placed an order yet, and to ask about bookings and things like that. And when you've got people that are in your Facebook, and then I know that you're communicating with people that come through Table, are you still doing follow-ups in Facebook too? Like, how are you managing that?
I am, because I want to reach as many people as possible. So I usually will start with the people I have numbers for, because it'll make me feel better when they respond to me. Like, because it doesn't always happen where you get a response from those Facebook people who aren't your friends. But I start my reach outs pretty early. I try like before the workshop even starts to reach out to everybody who has joined. And my reach out is very like non-book a party, non-order. It's just a message that says, what's your favorite thing to cook? Like, thanks for so much for joining this workshop. What's your favorite thing to cook? And then like you may say, oh, should I like tacos? And I'll go and find a recipe on my website for a taco ring. Like, oh, here's a recipe to switch it up if you want to try a different kind of taco. And like, you start a conversation before I get to the end of the party when I'm trying to reach out. And then of course I will reach out to the people who have responded to me first because I already know them. And then I'll just go back and do a message quick to those who didn't respond to me.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay. So totally different question than Shelly's. On your Facebook parties, so are you going live like with your demos, or is that like a pre-recorded that you're doing, or can you share a little bit about
Yeah.
that?
So I purposely do it midweek because that works the best for me to be able to do a demo. And especially with school starting, I can do midweek, midday when they're in school because I'm home. Like now I'm trying to do it at night. But I use that table live as the main event for Tuesday. So I don't go live there. I share a lot of like TikTok recipes and the recipes that from marketing imagery, because they do such a good job too of those. Or if somebody has said like, I want to see the rapid prep mandolin, like through my messages with people, I'll share some demo of that or a 101 and then tag that person to say that here's the video. So that's mainly what I do. So maybe like 2 demos at the most that I do live, but I'll try to at least do one. There has been some that I've been so busy that I just had the Chest Kitchen live and then me sharing product demos. And I do link my face. So I do, if I go live on Facebook, I'll go on my business page because then if I'm wanting to share that in a group, I can share it from my business page to any group just by copying the link. So I never go live in my community group. I always just share it into my community group.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyone else? You got her here right now.
I have a technical question.
Okay.
I have a technical question. This is Donna about table itself. 2 things. One, I noticed in the August live event, I think is the folder they called it, there's 4 posts, and 2 you can post before the live event, and 2 would be posted the day after, and it has the replay and the handouts.
Okay.
Do you know if those are automatically updated for each Wednesday, or do I have to wait until Wednesday to post them? Do you see what I'm asking?
I'm not exactly sure. Are you saying like you want to schedule it before the replay is
Yeah,
there?
like if I scheduled that outline, if I scheduled the 2 to happen like on Monday and Tuesday, and then the last 2, which is the replay and the handouts,
Yeah.
to schedule that for Wednesday, will it be the updated replay handouts for that week, or do
Yeah.
I need to wait until Wednesday and put it in there?
I'd probably wait because I know that they won't update it until they have the replay available. So when the replay wouldn't be available till Wednesday. And I think any content that is there already, if you schedule it, that's what will get scheduled. So it
I
won't
think it's almost like
update.
I was just going to say, I think it's almost kind of like the links, Donna. The links to the event are different every week.
Yeah.
Because they have to register. So it's probably the replay link is probably different every week.
Yeah, so if
Well,
you
but they
schedule
also
something ahead of
said,
time, whatever is there is what's going to post.
but they also told us, like on the specials and all that, that they just automatically update them. So if you're
That is in a
scheduling
different
that,
section though. That will be in the on the first page. In the bottom, there's a little place where they can get more perks. So that's in a pre-made section for getting more perks. But maybe I'm wrong. I just
okay.
I that would be a good question for
Well,
one of the table people
yeah,
though.
I think I'll go on during office hours tomorrow and see.
Yeah,
But my thing was, why would they give us that in an outline if it's for the week before?
right.
I mean,
They
if
could
it's something we
change
can
that.
post, shouldn't it be for the current week?
Yeah, no, that's a great
Okay.
question.
Then
I don't know the answer.
my next question is, when you're in the content manager part of table, it is near to impossible for me to find individual posts because there are so many of them. So I have to keep on scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And even when you do the Control F feature, all it does is highlight, but you still have to scroll till you see one of them highlighted. Are they going to do a search feature ever?
Yeah, well, that is something that I definitely asked for. The hard part, like what I learned is with an app or any kind of big like website or something, they only had so much time before conference to get things done. And so
Mhm.
they basically didn't change anything with our table. They just made it look different. So all the main components are there. And then as we give like feedback and as they have more time, they'll be adding more features to it. And that is definitely one that's been recommended by all current table users.
Okay.
So what I do is if I have a post that I really like or want, then I will save it to an outline. So then it's in my outline. So I always have access to it if it's one I know. But
Okay.
you know, the posting that is updated, like the newest ones, that's the ones that I always go to, is whatever is this current outline. I don't really go back to through all the other ones.
Okay. Okay.
Anybody else?
Just a little note on the tech support and the updating and stuff like that, like the suggestions that we make and how they update them. I know, like in my real job, my full-time job, I work with a program development, and the more volume they get on any particular problem or suggestion or whatever, kind of helps them prioritize how quickly they get to that. So if you have a suggestion, don't think, oh, well, I know somebody else suggested that, so I'm not going to. Volume helps.
That is a great tip. And also just like going through the tech support is key too, so they can reference it instead of just, trying to reach out personally to one of the table team. They try and bring all of our concerns there, but then if you message them, they'll have record of it. So everybody on this call, message tech support and tell them we need a search feature. And hi, Janice.
Julie also just asked too, do you use the same outline every month? I would say no, because they kind of change. So like now
Yeah.
there's 2 new ones.
Yeah, I use whatever is the newest because summer products are coming, fall, like this is kind of a little bit hard right here, like with the transition, because it's like I'll be posting some more to schedule when the new products come out. So my next workshop, start next Tuesday, and then new products come out that Friday. So I want them to be able to see the new things too.
The reason I asked that was because in Facebook, I go in like almost on a monthly basis. So July 4th, we get recipes, 2 weeks leading up to July 4th and that week. And then you know, in August we change that, and then we get back to school. And I mean, it's just constant. So that's why I was trying to decide, do your host, like if you have, like I have two hosts, somebody that may have booked off of somebody, and I'll go, well, we're going to use the same template. And they're like, oh, do you find that with table?
So I choose, my table is the same because they can choose different things, and there's so much to explore on it. Like now with the thing, so I don't really do that except for if there's a new one that's posted. My workshops, I do try and do a little bit different, just offer different recipes. But that's as easy as sharing one of market imaging recipes that I didn't share it last week. Like,
Okay. Okay.
so,
Okay.
so that gives them a little bit of variety, and really they don't see every post. So they may see something one time and then catch another time like, oh, I totally missed that, and or they have more time. And if they do say like, oh, my friends have already seen that, or I've already seen that, then you can just say, well, your friends haven't. Didn't you have fun? Like, so.
I think that curation component of table now is going to be nice too, because then they're going to see the things that interest them.
And I do always ask too, is there something you want to see? Is there something you want to look at? And I'll ask my host that too, like, what product are you most interested in? And I'll make sure to at least feature that in there, and then tag the host that wanted that product too.
I have another technical question. When you do your videos, are you doing them on YouTube and then putting them into table, or are you doing that Loom feature?
I've done both. So I did do Loom when I was before this redesign, because the old design I thought was confusing to people. So I would do a Loom and be like, and go here and go here and make sure you do this, like pointing out where the virtual kitchen is and where to register. But the easiest way for me is to video on my phone and then upload it to YouTube. Then you copy the link, you put that right in the chit chat post, and it'll populate right away. Or you can go to the content manager and create a post and then add your video link there too. YouTube just seems the easiest for me, but you can share your Facebook videos in there. So that's fun too. You can copy the link so I'll do that with my reels sometimes, and copy a link of my reel and then share that on the table too.
Okay.
Anybody else? We're kind of getting close to 8. Don't want to keep you or Erin on here forever. I'm looking to see if I see any raised hands. Okay, nobody.
I'm in your event too. So if there is something that you have a question for, like after the fact, I'll check back or tag me in like the event, and I'll come back and answer it. If you think of something afterwards.
That sounds perfect. And some of you guys were not on here earlier. I am recording this, so if team members missed it, I will get the recording and I will post it in the event as well, so that you have access to it right there. Okay. I think then, Erin, thank you so much.
Yeah,
that was super helpful.
If you haven't gone to a webinar, go there. There's a playbook. There's a quick start guide. There's lots of resources for the actual table itself, but I really just wanted to show you how to incorporate it into what you're already doing. Like, don't reinvent the wheel. Just create a party quick and add it in there as your link instead of the order link.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Super helpful.
Yeah.
I will get that posted as soon as I got it all ready to roll. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Have a wonderful
Thank you
day.
guys.
Thank
Good
you.
night.